Hello everyone, welcome you all to the new lecture series about control system subject. So in this lecture series, we are going to see about the system and their representation. Before entering into their representation, we have to know what are all the elements present in the control system. So let me explain what is the control system means and what are all the elements are important blocks present in the control system. We all know the control system, it is a system or a set of device we are connecting and that directs the behavior of other systems or devices. And also it works on the principle of input, process, output cycle. So we have an input which is given to the control system and that will produces the output. And this output is varied by means of varying the input. And we are using it in real-time applications of many places, especially in the automations, electronics, and also engineering. So this block diagram will help us to understand the input we are feeding to the control system and it will produce the output. So as I mentioned, the applications of these systems will be in wide areas, especially in the medical equipment, farming and agricultures, robotics that we have seen about the automations and power and energy systems we are using in the power generation and environment control. We have the characteristics control in the environment control and we have the transportation uh, as a application of control system, then especially in the booming field of industrial automation and also IoT and home automations. These are some of the areas we are implementing the control systems. Now we are going to discuss about the basic elements of control system. So as we are seeing, what are all the elements present in the control system? First thing, we have the input and that will be given to error detector. Then we have controller, actuating signal, plant and feedback element. Let me explain it by step. Initially, we are giving the input signals and that input signal which has the error detector. So error detector will act as a comparator. So obviously it has two or more signals. One is the input signal and the one is the feedback signal. So by comparing the input signal along with the feedback signal, it will produces the error signal. Those error signals will be given to the input of controller. The controller will produces the controlled signals, which again given to the actuators that will be producing the actuating signals. That is what kind of signal that plant is required. That is the actuating signals which act as an input to the plant and the plant will produces the output. If the output is the desired or the expected output, then it will be considered. If not, again, the feedback signals is taken from the output and it is by through the feedback elements and again it is fed back to the controller as an error signal. So as we discussed now, let me explain in single statements. Input signal that represents the signals which is controlled that aims to the regulate the signals. Then we have a controller which has the processing of error signal and it produces the controlled signal. Then we have a plant that we are mentioning here as a system. So the controlled input is applied to the system and that process uh, that needs to be controlled. Then we have a feedback, which is the process which is obtained from the system. Then we have an output, the controlled output, which has a output signals that is generated from the controller. And these are some of the advantage and disadvantage of this control system. Uh, I have mentioned the some advantages here. That is, it has a fast and error-free system, and it has the integration with other complex systems. And we have the optimization here. And some of the disadvantages is also there. That is the maintenance, complexity, and environmental factor. These are the things we have to consider for the disadvantages of control system. So I hope you have understand the basic block diagram of control system. So we have to know what the functions of this each blocks and the what is the output that is produced from this blocks. So I hope you have understand this. So let me explain the some other topics in the upcoming videos. Thank you.